guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is my first sit down video that I'm attempting to film with my dog. So if it's really sporadic, that is why. Today I'm filming a video that I hoped that I would never have to film, but because COVID is still an ongoing thing and we're still in a pandemic, we're going to be going through Zoom recruitment. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to be giving you all my tips and tricks on how to have the best Zoom recruitment ever. If you're new here, my name is Shreya. I'm a sophomore at High Point University and I am in Alpha Chi Omega. So if you have already binge watched a million recruitment videos, which I'm sure you have because I did when I was going through recruitment, basically a Zoom recruitment is all of that but on steroids. So what I mean by that is that you really want to try to be as authentically yourself as possible and really stand out. And you can actually start right now. If your school has already had registration open for recruitment, then there should be an option to upload a video. And this is new this year for us, and it is an optional thing for most universities, and I recommend to do this video. This is perfect. You have a long time to think about what you're gonna say in your little video. You can really present the most authentic version of yourself because you're in your hometown, you're in your room, and you're comfortable, and you can really give all of the sororities a glimpse of who you are. I know it seems really scary to upload a video like this because it is really vulnerable, but I recommend doing it. You can literally say anything you want about yourself. I recommend really bragging about yourself in this video because if you really want to tell the sorority something, it may not come up in conversation when you're rushing. So that way, if you say the most important things about you in this video, then they already know that. I think this is a really good thing to do to get ahead of other PNMs and to really make yourself stand out. Make sure that if you are doing this video, you actually think it out. Don't just sit there and say whatever comes to your mind. Get ready for the video, have a nice background, and just say the things that make you stand out and be yourself and really let your personality shine through. Okay, now let's talk about actually rushing. I don't know how they're gonna do it if you're just gonna sit in your dorm. That's how I imagine that we're gonna be doing Zoom recruitment. So if you're doing that, make sure you find a nice background. So not like this. My filming background setup is actually terrible, but make sure it's like a plain room or it's just like your bed in the background, and make sure you have like a headshot so the emphasis is really on you when you're rushing. If your background setup is really professional, I guarantee you it will put you miles ahead of the other PNMs. Okay, now let's talk about outfits and what you should wear for recruitment because it definitely is a little bit different. They're not going to be seeing your whole body. It's just going to be like a headshot like this. So I recommend that you fully get ready from head to toe because it will make you feel more put together. It will make you feel more professional and like you're actually going through rush the way that it should be. I spent like an hour getting ready every single day and I loved it. It was one of the best parts of rush. So I recommend that you get up early and you really get ready for rush the way that you would if it was happening in person. Think of Zoom recruitment outfits like regular recruitment outfits but on steroids. So what I mean by that is make sure that everything that you're presenting to the sorority member really pops because they're going to be seeing so many different people on computer screens and the webcams on your computer aren't that good, so everyone's going to blend in and nobody's really going to remember who you are or what you look like. So make sure they remember you. Maybe wear a bright shirt, make your hair really interesting. For me, I made sure my makeup looked really good every day because that's like the one thing that I knew how to do. Honestly, I think the only reason I got called back to the sororities is because of the glitter that I would put on my eyes every single day. Literally every single sorority member from every sorority complimented me on my eyeshadow, and you have time to put an outfit together, to start a Zoom call on your computer and really see how you look and how you are presenting yourself. That's an advantage, and you get to see what looks good on camera and what doesn't. That's definitely a huge tip, is making sure that you stand out with the things that you're wearing because that's a really simple and easy thing to do. My next tip is to make sure you are looking at the webcam and smiling. Don't do a RBF. Don't look out in the distance. Make sure that your roommates know that you're going through recruitment so they're not bugging you or anything like that. Like, just make sure you have a good silent environment and that your facial expressions are showing the girls in the sorority that you're actually really in this and you're really focused on the conversation that's happening, because I know whenever I'm on a Zoom call, I'm hardly ever paying attention. So make sure that you actually pay attention for these ones. I think Zoom recruitment can be really good because you can really showcase the best version of yourself and you have a lot of control over that. You don't have to worry about falling, you don't have to worry about wardrobe malfunctions or anything like that. Like, it's really just a one-on-one conversation with a girl, and so make sure that that conversation stands out. So let's just go over recruitment conversation tips, because I don't know who needs to hear this, but do not talk about drugs, alcohol, or boys. Those are the 3 no-nos, and I can guarantee you if you ask a question about that, if you mention it, then you probably aren't gonna get called back. It's just the way sorority recruitment is across all universities. You can talk about it once you're in the sorority, obviously, but just don't mention it in Russian conversations, because then the sorority member won't think of you as a girl that actually wants to join a sorority. They'll think of you as a girl that wants to use the sorority to do things that are illegal. Make sure you have a list of questions. Now, this is a little cheat tip, but because you're going to be on a webcam, you can have a list of questions that you maybe write down so you can look at it and you don't forget. And that's actually really good if you have a lot of topics that you want to talk about and you're a very forgetful person, or you get really nervous in the moment. You can write down the topic questions and just like reference them as you're on your conversation. I think that's really good. I know Zoom recruitment sounds like it sucks, and it does a little bit because you don't get your typical rush experience, but you know, there's a lot of upside to it. I know for our school, it was so hot when we were rushing. They would literally line girls up in the stairways. I think a girl fainted. All of her makeup was sweating off because it was so hot. So at least you have control over your makeup and all of that stuff. Also, another upside about Zoom recruitment is that when we were rushing regularly, we would literally be stuck inside a big room for an entire day and we wouldn't have access to our phones or any other electronic devices. We would just have to sit there, and obviously that won't be the case during Zoom recruitment, so that will be really good. It won't be a ton of wasted time. Because Zoom recruitment doesn't really let you see the sorority girls in their natural habitat, you don't get to see how they interact with each other, how much they know about each other, all of that stuff, how much of a sisterhood it really is. You really have to do that research on your own. I know I've told you guys like not to stalk everybody on Instagram, but now I recommend that you stalk everybody on Instagram and pay attention. Social media can't tell you everything, but because the social medias of the different sororities are usually different and very different, you can get a little bit of an idea in your head about who these girls are and what they're about, because for High Point there's only 6 sororities and they each have really distinct personalities. The most important thing is to be yourself. I look back on the conversations that I had at some of the sororities and I cringe every single time I see those girls on campus that I talk to. I like walk the other direction because I was so in it. I just sounded dumb. So be yourself, but don't overdo it. If you wouldn't say something in a regular conversation, don't say it in a Russian conversation. Just be yourself, really, is the gist of it, because if you try to be something that you're not, the sororities are gonna see through it, and also you might end up in that sorority, which might seem great, but it will be really bad if you realize that you don't actually fit in there and then you're stuck. All the sororities are so great for their own reasons. All the girls are so great, and remember, if you are in a sorority and your best friend is in a different sorority, you guys can still be best friends. Sorority life is such a small part of your overall college experience, so just remember that. Alright guys, I'm going to stop talking. If you guys have any questions, you can shoot me a DM on Instagram or leave a comment down below. I don't know if I missed anything, I don't know. If you want me to do a sorority outfit video, anything about sorority life, just let me know because I would be glad to make those videos. I'm so excited for you guys going through recruitment. It will be such a good time and you guys will all end up where you are supposed to be. Alright, I love you guys. Bye.